So, here we go. Welcome back to Nick Lenz Comic Corner Classic, less known classic. This is episode number 26, 27, 78, and Doubleshot number 2672. First up we have is the second to last trade to discuss for The Outsiders. Yeah. So first up, The Outsiders is called The Great Divide. It's called... Back up. Thank you. I don't think it's a Great Divide. It is Ride to Hell. This collects issues 26 to 31. In issue 26, Geoforce is not acting the same ever since the events of Blackest Night. So he decides something really stupid. Because at the time, this book became basically a loose tie into what was going on in Superman. So he announces to the world that Markovia has signed a non-aggression pact with New Krypton, and the Eradicator is their ambassador. Everyone's like, what? So, Black Lightning has demanded to see Geoforce, but he waited for hours. For no reason. I'm like, Geoforce, you do know this is your friend and teammate who wants to see you. Wonders what the heck is going on. And come on in for hours. And Eradicator's acting different. Well, here's kind of the thing. So, this is the Eradicator and it isn't. Okay, so this is a copy of the Eradicator that they know. He has the original's memories, but he's not the same person. So, as for the reason why he decided to do this, don't know. And then all of a sudden, basically, like, the country is attacked by this group, and Geoforce is, like, acting really stupid here. By the way, the book is taken up by Dan DiDio as the writer for the remaining issues of this book. Yes, last 15 issues are by Dan DiDio, of all people, which I don't mind the writing here, it's fine. So, yeah, Black Lightning is not liking the direction that Geoforce is taking. So basically, ends up attacking him. And because he dare attack him, he, Metamorpho, and Oil Man are told to leave the country. Immediately. Because Geoforce is, wow, he's so mentally unstable here. So, Black Lightning, Metamorpho, and Owlman decide to fly back to the U.S. Of course, Black Lightning wants to see his daughters. Then they're being shot at by the United States military. Why? Because New Krypton has declared war on Earth. Yep, because now we're in the events of the War of the Supermen. That's kind of what we led to here. So we need a place to go. Metamorpho was like, I know a place. So he contacts his ex-father-in-law, Simon Stagg, who also happens to be the grandfather of his only child. Yeah, and then when they get to Simon's facility, we're introduced to a brand new character, Freight Train, who becomes part of this version of The Outsiders. Yeah, and then for some reason, like, I think it was, I'm trying to think, what was it? Somehow, someway, Simon Stagg has hands on Chemico. Not sure how, but he has. And Metamorpho is knocked out by Java, Simon's dad's bodyguard, because Java is in love with Sapphire Stagg. You know, Rex's ex-wife. So he basically throws Rex into Chemico. Eventually he's freed, and well, that's kind of the storyline in a nutshell. Of course, Byron's still being irrational here. It's like he's having a mental breakdown. But I do enjoy these issues. Now, next time we discuss the Outsiders will be the final trade to discuss for now until when the current run gets collected in trade. I'm going to give this book a 9 out of 10. Next up we have is The Thing. Excuse me. Issues 24 to 36. Yes, these are the last 13 issues of The Thing ongoing. So throughout these issues, it's him just doing some stuff, like doing some, like in some issues he actually does some boxing. Yeah, he does. Actually, not boxing. He does wrestling. The Unlimited Wrestling Federation. Yes, which these later issues debut the group known as the Grapplers. Thinking, really, the Grapplers? Yep, the Grapplers. Like, so in 24, he basically faces off against, well, he goes against a random. He also deals with Scourge and Miracle Man, who apparently dies in this issue. Though he actually comes back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miracle Man gets killed off, one of the many deaths by the Scourge in the world. That's 24. In 25, of course, he basically deals with the debuting Mr. O'Keefe. Just a one-shot character. Oh, and by the way, the book is tied with Secret Wars. I'll get to that. So in 26, he basically deals with Taskmaster in some brawls. In 27, he basically deals with Thunder Raiders. Yeah. In these issues, they make their final appearance. Yeah, after debuting Captain America, they pop up in this book at the period of New Mutants. They appear for 2 issues, and that's not something anybody sees them. Yeah, because the Thing joins them, and he joins up with the Unlimited Class. The Unlimited Class Wrestling Federation, which makes their debut in this very issue. Which this issue also the debut of Demolition Man, which we still see him this very day. Yeah, aka D-Man, who was later outed by Nick Spencer being gay. There was also Mongoler, Lucius O'Neill, who became enemy Captain America. I would not be surprised as a character named after Denny O'Neill. There's Cootie Woos, who was only here for 1 issue. And Ed Gardner, who was the promoter. And the Unlimited Class Wrestling Federation become pretty much like a staple of this book for the remaining 8 issues of the series. Mm-hmm. Yes, they skip 1 issue. Then we debut Jersey Devil, Blacksmith, Swami Rami. Blacksmith is a one-shot character. And there's also Jersey Devil, another wrestler who makes like 1 appearance. We also debut 2 new characters, Jamal the Witch Woman and Gator Grant, who appeared a few times. 30 involves him taking on the Beyonder, and of course dealing with Vance Astro from the Defenders. Not Defenders, Guardians of the Galaxy, the featured one. And also we have Sharon Valera, who later became Miss Marvel later on in this book. Yeah, 27 was her debut, and she kind of was like dating somebody in the book. It wasn't Ben, it was somebody else. And then, of course, we have this hilarious issue where you have this woman hook onto Thing's leg. He'll have an axe because dealing with a creature. Well, a creature known as the monster, who turns out to be, well, believe it or not, Godzilla. I can't call him Godzilla because I lost the rights, but yeah, it's Godzilla. Then he fights Vast Asteroid issue 32. And 33, of course, we have the debut of the Grapplers. Yep, a group of, well, they make a return in this book. We debut several characters here. Sadly put, they kill off the original Titania, Davia DeVito, who later gets resurrected by Recommender as Lavicious. Also, she has hormones. As Lavicious, she actually gets people to fall in love with her. Like she's Spider-Woman. They also debut Antifreeze, Battleaxe, Geltrix, Gold Digger, Magilla, Butterball, Cowgirl, Sushi, for whom? Now, all these like one-shot characters? Kind of, yes. Sushi was a Asian woman. Cowgirl. Baba Room. Yeah, a lot of these women basically are just one-shot characters. The whole thing in this book is like they're trying to get more money for themselves because they're not getting paid for much because of women. Yeah. Now the Gold Digger here is not a reference to another character. Now she of course makes debut in this very issue, and she does not appear again to the U.S. Agent miniseries. The first one. That was released in 1993, and this issue was released 33. This was released in 1985. So roughly 8 years later. And then she pops up on the bolts where she gets killed off. There's Battleaxe, who is a semi-recurring character. Which, of course, she maintains here for the remainder of the book. And then she pops up in Captain America. Issue Miss Marvel, most recent appearance actually was in issue of the one of the volumes for Captain Marvel. Now, the other members are Pound Cake, Scream Mimi, and Letha. Scream Mimi, who is now Songbird. Letha. It's like the writer of this book basically brought back the Grapplers because, well, they're Marvel 2 ones. Why not pop up in the thing? Yeah, and the originally gets killed off by Scourge. Yeah, and this is by Michael Carlin with Ron Wilson in the artwork. And then by 34, he fights a Sphinx who dies in this issue. Though he comes back in the annual 26 for Amazing Spider-Man. And then we have 35, the penultimate issue of the series, where Miss Marvel, Sheriff becomes new Miss Marvel. And we deal with the character Power Broker. He's kind of like a recurring villain in this book. Well, this is the original Power Broker. There is another one. There is a guy simply called Power Broker. Power Broker Incorporated. Yeah, he actually, this new version, maybe Avengers Initiative A number 1. Yeah, the original Power Broker. Yeah, so they brought him over from Incredible Hulk at the recurring villain there. Then he moved to Captain America. He was recurring villain there for quite a while. The last this guy appeared was actually in Fear Itself, Youth and Revolt. I think he's dead. Yeah, I think he got killed off in Punisher. Yeah, sadly he got killed off in Punisher. So yeah, and then by the final issue of the book, where basically the Thing doesn't leave the Limited Class Federation, we have She-Hulk fighting Miss Marvel, who briefly joins Fantastic Four, and then pretty much afterwards, the Thing ends up with the West Coast Avengers, where he quits team for there, and then he's back to the Fantastic Four. Yep, so it's kind of full circle with this stuff. Yeah, but that's the Thing series in a nutshell. Final thoughts on The Thing Volume 1. There is a Volume 2, but it's a miniseries. The Thing Volume 1 is an amazing book. Originally written by John Byrne. At one point he left. If you're curious, when did John Byrne leave the book? Like, He kind of did the book up to around issue like 23, I think it was. Oh, that was Mike Carlin, but John Byrne did it into issue number 22, and then Mike Carlin took over the book with issue number 23. And he did the book for remaining 14 issues of the series. Yeah. He did pretty much the rest of it. And this is not the only book he wrote. Oh no. He also did some writing for Captain America, Case of Savage, Dazzler. And the last book he put out was actually Marfan Fair 39. That was released back in 1988. Either he's retired or who knows what he's up to nowadays. But yeah, the Thing ongoing series, really good. You know, the thing excited about it is it's been collected a few times over the years. It's collected in Omnibus, the whole 36 issue book. It's also been collected in some Fantastic Four by John Byrne. Yes. For 23, they collected it because the tie-in to was going Fantastic Four, even though John Byrne left the book at that point. But this book was just pure awesomeness at its finest. Excuse me. It's a shame it lasts as long as Marvel Toon one. So, I guess John Byrne wanted to write one of the books to put She-Hulk in the book as a solo character. But yeah. So, that's pretty much it for particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Next up, Magi Ranger versus Decker Ranger. Yep, that's the video. Bye.